How's your day been? How's your holiday going? For those of you who have holidays, it's not like people like us that we work around the clock. Anyway, I do hope that you'll be having a very memorable and enjoyable and relaxing holiday. Welcome to the Evening Rush, 90.3 Voice of the People FM. My name is Precious. And you know how we always do it here. This is where we get to discuss some of the finest things happening in the world, and particularly in our country, Nigeria. Forgive me, my voice is a bit too tired this evening. I do hope that I can live up to this as we go. You know how the spirit just jumps in on you, no matter how tired the flesh is, right? So the spirit is very, very willing, and I do hope that the flesh can, match up with the spirit as soon as possible. And these days we're talking to spirit, so that's taking us straight to the hot topic for the day. First of all, I said my name is Precious, right? And I've got
and I'm Promise Lagos. Welcome to the show today.
All right, and of course, we'll have a Monday Thursday tonic in the house. Mr. Darlington, are you not a Monday Thursday tonic? Talk now.
I don't know about tonic.
You're making shakara now. Small time now, we'll start quarreling.
Oh my God, Lagos. Good evening. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, the world.
I'm talking to you now. You're making shakara for me now. Next thing now, you say, Precious, wait. Wait. Let me tell you. Now.
You are telling them what you are doing here.
It's what you used to do. Wait first now. Let me tell you.
Precious, hold on. Precious, hold on. Precious, hold on. No, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
You will not let me tell them. All right, my people, you're welcome to the show. So let's take you straight to the hot topics for the day. So talking about spirit and all of that. So the president said, I summoned Ogun spirits against a Emefiele naira scarcity that threatened my presidential ambition. I just wish you can now revert to using Ogun, Amadio, and the rest of them to swear in our candidates, our politicians during election. Well, I'm sure you've heard the story. I mean, it's been everywhere in the news all day. So it's nothing uncommon, right? So and it's nothing scarce, rather. So you must have heard it. Let's go straight to the next conversation we have.
Connecting the story to this one I have, according to the paramount ruler in Ijebu land, he said God spoke through Tinubu when he said, Emi Loko. You know that slogan? Remember that slogan during the presidential campaign? And it's our Loko and Emi Loko.
So it's like speak those things that are not as though they were.
And they manifest.
And he spake. And they came. Oh, wow. How do I say that in King James Version? All right. So let's move to the next conversation very quickly. Okay. You already said that. So Nigerian petrol marketers project 700 naira per liter as importation starts July. Okay, so let me take that story again. Petrol marketers, you'd recall that NNPC is currently giving out licenses to, independent marketers to be able to also import petrol by themselves, no longer via NNPC alone again, right? So this past 1 month now that we're using to balance this subsidy. Remember, subsidy was ordinarily meant to end at the end of this month, June, but our president, pronounced it on the 29th of May, right? So independent marketers are saying that because of different factors, which would bring to your notice or will break down to you later on, that you Nigerians may be buying fuel for as much as 700 naira per liter. In fact, some economists or some analysts are even saying that it may even go as high as 1,000 naira per liter. Maybe. All right, that's a second conversation.
And Tinubu's convoy, leaders who preach sacrifice must show example. Who said this?
Hey,
we'll find out.
All right.
So you remember there's been this rancor, especially on Twitter, on social media, about the president's convoy. When he landed in Lagos, it was about 120 something convoy. So people were like, during your Eid message, part of your message was telling Nigerians to sacrifice for the country. You understand that? Some people are like, okay, why is your own part of the sacrifice? Do you understand? Why don't you cut the cost of governance? How much is a petrol per liter right now? 500 and something, and we'll have like 120 something cars in your convoy.
All right, so we'll dig into that matter very, very shortly. Lagos, these and other conversations we have. And by the way, on our step down segment today, we'll be looking at the Davido challenges, right? We want to look at what went amiss. Is it something about our celebrities and the entertainment industry that breeds promiscuity, or is it actually from the home front? Is it a parental default or parenting default, as it were? We're going to look at it from that angle. And Mr. Darlington is here. He likes to talk about that kind of thing. Today is me and him in that matter. All right, so let's take a little break. I will be right back, Lagos, to bring you, to break down the conversation to you. This is the Evening Rush, 90.3, Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Rush with Pressures, featuring sound and informed guests across various sectors to discuss matters rising on Hot Topic Party.
What was the rate of inflation, and then what was the exchange rate?
Intense conversations, critical analysis.
What is wrong with us 200 million people? We can't even give ourselves.
We sometimes disagree.
When we say our GDP is not an oil dominated,
to agree.
I saw that.
On Hot Topic Pali, Monday to Friday, 6:15 p.m. to 9 p.m. 90.3, Voice of the People FM, Lagos. Now you have a voice. Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So just to run through very quickly, we also have a story about Femi Hamzat, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, saying that Nigerians are among the least patriotic people worldwide. Like, we're least patriotic people worldwide, right? And then, of course, Buba Galadima today, in almost all the dailies, is advocating for the arrest of Yakubu. That is Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman. He said he should be sacked and that he committed crimes more than Emefiele. Whatever he committed, it's worse than what Emefiele committed. So these stories we'll also be looking at in the course of the show. And yes, there's something that is an interesting rant I'll play to you, right? So a particular man who said he supported President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ambition against other candidates is lamenting and crying and saying that the hardship is too much. We'll just tease a bit that lament and all of that. Is that what everyone is really going through? Really? We'll talk about that in the course of the show. Lagos, stay with us as we begin to dissect the conversations one at a time. Promise?
Yes. Tinubu's convoy, leaders who preach sacrifice, must show example. According to Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 election, Peter Obi has said that leaders who ask followers to sacrifice for better Nigeria must also lead by example. Doing so constitutes living by example, he said. Obi spoke on Thursday at St. Faith's Cathedral Church of Nigeria in Oka during the Mass of the late Dean Emeritus of the Church of Nigeria. Obi, who was reacting to a question on a viral video of the long convoy of President Tinubu in Lagos on Wednesday, said that there was a need to cut down on the cost of governance and that has always been his position about governance.
All right. All right. Okay. Lagos would like to take your thought and reaction on this conversation. Mr. Darlington is here, by the way. Mr. Darlington, I don't need to take your reaction on this. I feel like I know your position already.
About the convoy thing, did you hear about that? The bogus convoy of the president.
Yeah, the hoopla it caused. In fact, it resonated not even in Nigeria, all over the world. Yes,
But some people are saying it's not just his convoys alone. So you have the governor's convoy there. You have the Senate president, or probably other southwestern governors too.
Please, I am coming.
Okay.
Whether it is only his own or people joined in, if Tinubu says, I don't want this crowd, and his security details keeps to it, they will not be there. They will not follow him. But he likes it. Some women were even dancing at the airport. True or false?
Oh no, that airport one was, a different matter.
What is the same thing? When it is not the first time. Even the time he traveled to France on medical whatever. You saw what happened when he came back at Murtala Mohammed Airport. And people were asking, what is all this jamboree all about? You see, I have discovered one thing. African leaders, mostly those who have nothing to offer their people, they make up with pompous behavior, pomposity. They make up with megalomaniac tendencies, just to make up for what they did not have. That is the truth. Please, if you have something to offer, you don't need all this drama now. You don't. You just want people to know that, yes, you are not the king of the block. You are not the new kid on the block. You are not the it's not necessary. Those jamborees, if Tinubu says...
Has he done anything that is not constitutional? All of this is...
Hold on.
Also, considering the fact that this is his first visit as a president.
Exactly.
His first visit to Lagos.
This is his home state.
Please, what we are saying here is that based on what you are preaching,
okay,
for God's sake, how can you be saying another thing and you are doing another thing? How will people queue into what you are saying? That is why the deputy governor is saying that Nigerians are not patriotic. Our leaders, are they patriotic? You can imagine double standard. Our leaders, especially in Africa, they don't practice what they preach, and that is why people are disconnected from them. I am telling you, if you investigate properly, most of those crowds were rented just to boost his ego.
Oh, don't say that, Mr.
I'm telling you, is it unusual for them to rent crowd? No, is it not a usual thing in politics in Lagos? What was that for? Lagosians elected Sanwo-Olu to govern Lagos. Why will he waste time go and stand at the airport waiting for Tinubu? For what? No, tell me, for what? Is that why he has not appointed his commissioners up till now? Waiting for Tinubu to appoint ministers. These things are wrong. Nobody can practice this abroad where we copy this democracy. Try it.
All right.
What for?
Let's move to the next conversation.
So all that convoy, look at, you are talking of fuel now. Those things, we are then not fueled. No, tell me. If you want to lobby, is that hard to lobby? Or you must follow and join the convoy so that they know? It is not necessary. He wanted it, and that was why they all came. He wanted it. If you come into Lagos quietly, what will happen with 2 or 3 cars? What will happen? No, tell me, what will happen? You no longer be Tinubu. And you are telling Nigeria to tighten their belt. Nobody will connect with you now. Nobody. Nigeria will not connect with you. They see it as deceit.
All right, so Lagos, let's move very quickly to our next conversation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says he invoked the spirit of freedom in Ijebu land against President Muhammadu Buhari and former Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele when they appeared to be threatening his political ambition, right? He said, your monies were confiscated. The cash swap didn't work. It was terrible. Then I realized that I came to Ogun State to invoke the spirit of freedom for which we are noted for. That is what the president said. He said, I invoked that spirit twice. The spirit of Baba, referring to Awujale. The spirit of Baba, Emiloko. It's my turn. That's Baba. The spirit for being blunt, and that is him. And the second spirit is that of money, Naira scarcity. Amadibo, Amawole. I don't know if I got it.
Amadibo, Amawole.
Amadibo, Amawole. Thank you. We will vote and we will win.
Yes.
Even if there is no money, and that ever since has being the spirit that is driving me to serve. He said that's the spirit that has been driving him to serve. And in another development, we had the person he visited as that saying that God spoke through President Tinubu when he said Emiloko. So Awujale, the paramount ruler of Ijebu land, the Awujale of Ijebu land, Oba Sikiru Adetona, has said that God spoke through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he said Emiloko, meaning it's my turn during the electioneering period. Oba Ogbagba II said this during the president's visits today to his palace. He noted that there is absolutely nothing one can do by himself except God wants it for that person. He said there is nothing one can do, quoting him now, by himself except God wants it for that person. God spoke through you that it is your turn, and may it not lead to death. May it continue to be your turn, I guess. That's what I want to hope. So let's hear Baba say that by himself so that she gets to hear it.
Sọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run gba ọ̀dọ́ yín sọ̀rọ̀ mi ó ti ta ẹ̀ ọlọ́run má yẹ kó kàn wá fara ó yí bíríbírí ó yí kàn mí o ó yí bíríbírí.
ó yí kàn wá o ṣé ọba mi ó yí kàn wá o akẹgbẹ́.
Eléyìí pọ̀ láti bá sọdún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àfọyẹ.
Àmín.
Nígbà wíì ọlọ́run àjẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Àmín.
Ọlọ́run àjẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Àmín.
The sitting person, he neglected him, and that caused a rapport between the two elderly men. And that rapport, it has not been settled up till now. Precious, the last time I checked, we have an Oba in Lagos, which you claim is the Tinubu's home state. Did he visit him?
Does he have to visit him?
Okay. Now, listen very well. You remember that this Oba of Lagos was almost a spokesperson for APC in Lagos. He was talking for them. He even threatened that if the Igbo did not vote for APC, they would jump into the lagoon. To tell you, hold on, I'm coming. Hold on. Because the issues, I want to say it now so that people will hear. This thing will happen until NSAS happened. Of all the Obas in Lagos, it was the Oba of Lagos that suffered most because his palace was desecrated and ransacked. Some urchins were sitting on his stool, carrying his staff of office, making mess of the whole place. Some jumped into his swimming pool and was,
What does that mean?
We are bathing here. Inside this, they even opened his coffin safe and brought out foreign currencies. Precious. Since that incident, the Oba of Lagos learned a bitter lesson. Have you heard him speak on any issue concerning Lagos or anything? Now, have you heard him? I am talking to you now. You not listen.
All right,
have
so
you heard him? Now he has gone to Ogun State, and they are now telling him, look at the contradiction. You are invoking the gods, and you are telling me that God wanted you to be there. Which God are you now appealing to? Which God now validated your position? You invoke a God, and now you are saying it is only God that will say whoever will be there will be there. So which of the God are we supposed to be following now?
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's quickly
God
jump on a quick break.
He cannot be worshipped with any other God. The Almighty God. That's what he said, though. So I don't know when fetish practice, when gods have decided to install leaders. You saw the sacrifice that was made in Lagos. by white cap chiefs. We are tying white wrapper in broad daylight because of the election. They don't want somebody to take a Lagos from them. I don't know what all those things mean.
This is not a tradition. Are we saying that people
what tradition? Okay,
to practice their tradition?
The implication is what you are going through today.
What is the implication?
When you go through this means to achieve power, you will never succeed. Mr. Darlings, because something will be haunting you.
We're due for a break.
You will never do anything right.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, First Town, 28 at Denira Ogusanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM from us today. It's 9 minutes past the 7 p.m. mark. We are still looking at, some topical conversations, and we have looked at quite a number of them. We did tell you earlier on the show that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu talked about how he summoned Ogun spirits against a Mayfield naira scarcity that threatened his presidential ambition, whilst his host, the paramount ruler of Ijebu land, the Awujale of Ijebu land, said that it is God that spoke through him, through the president, when he said "Emi loko." Right? Okay. So I promise you're taking us to the next story, right?
Yes. We told you, Lagos, that the Nigerian oil marketers has projected the pump price of petrol could be could rise above 700 per litre in the northern region of the country starting from July. And this is said by the National Controller of Operations Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Mike Osatuyi. He said this in an interview on Wednesday that the prices could rise to above 700 naira in the north once independent marketers start importing products from July. And according to him, he said while those living in the northern state could pay as much as 700 and above for 1 litre, those outside Lagos could expect to pay around 610, as residents in Lagos will pay above 600 naira per litre. So this will actually, spread around the country.
Yeah, so they're saying that if you're in Lagos State, I mean, because the depots are residents here.
In Lagos, so you could buy for 600 naira.
So you can buy for 600, but outside Lagos, like Ogun, every other place within the south outside Lagos will buy like 610 naira. But up north, they would be getting fuel for as much as 700, even 710 naira per litre. But there is also another, analysis that is projecting that the price of fuel may even, rise further to almost 1,000 naira per litre. If you also recall, there was almost that astronomical hike in price of diesel last year, right? You got to over 800 naira at some point, and there was a lot of worry. But now diesel it's now a bit stabilized, and so people are saying that perhaps before this whole dollar thing and all that stabilizes, yes, that's so that's why the president is saying that we should make sacrifices and then we should calm down because there are temporary pains that we're facing. All right, so let's move very quickly to our next conversation. Right, the deputy governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamzat, says Nigerians are considered among the least patriotic people in the world. Now, the Lagos deputy governor stated this in a Channels television video while relaying his Senegalese friend's perception that Nigerians complain too much. Mr. Hamzat, however, said he was unsure whether he agreed with his friend. He said, quoting him now, "I have a Senegalese friend. His father is Senegalese. His mother is Nigerian. He said, I don't know if I agree with him. He said, my brother, it seems Nigerians are one of the least patriotic people in the world." This is what the deputy governor stated. Now, Mr. Hamzat added, I said, why did you say that? He said, prices of things in Nigeria is about 3 times, but in Senegalese, it is about 15 times higher. But you people keep complaining. That's what he said. Now, earlier in June, the National Bureau of Statistics reported that Nigerians annual inflation rose to 22.41%. But however, people are already thinking and digging into it. First of all, what is the minimum wage of people in Senegal compared to that of Nigeria? Now, the Nigerian minimum wage in dollar is just about $50 to $60, right? Whereas that of Senegal is about $94.
$100.
About $100, right? And apart from that, Senegal barely has, natural resources as much as Nigeria does have. Nigeria is blessed with too much natural resources for its people to suffer. So are we saying that, in the midst of all the natural resources, Nigerians should keep enduring lack of infrastructure, lack of basic amenities? I mean, we've been in this show when Nedu from Switzerland called in and said that no Nigerian should even pay tax in the first place because, a Nigerian is paying tax, but they're walking the road to their house. Like we're planning to walk the road to my house right now. We're providing water for us. Everyone is sinking a borehole in their house. We're providing our own lights because almost every time we're buying fuel for our generators or diesel for our generators. And even the lights that the government is giving that we're paying for too, most times when facilities spoil in the lights, you have to pay for it. People are buying transformers. People are erecting poles, or they'll buy those things and wait for discos guys to come and erect it for them. So if Nigerians are going through all of this and still paying taxes, is it not fair enough that exactly? Is it not fair enough that they complained, especially understanding the ratio, the difference in salary ratio between the common Nigerian and its political class? In Senegal, do we have that, huge gap between the political class and the people? If we do have, how are they funding that? So, people are barring this in different ways.
Let me just add something. And the deputy governor forgot to say that Senegal is one of the highest top 20 African countries earning highest minimum wage.
And Nigeria is about the least.
Nigeria is one of the least countries in minimum wage. That is the truth.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Darlington, let's have a say very quickly. So we'll move to the next conversation.
Yeah, when you want to compare notes, you don't compare apple and orange just because they are fruits. All these comparisons.
I didn't know fruits.
No, they are not the same. You have to separate the wheat from the chaff. You see, when Nigerian leaders want to put you down, they will go and look for one example that will suit their narrative. And gullible people will buy it. This that they were telling us, how much is the liter of oil in the US? The dollar exchange rate, when you exchange it, is almost 1,000 naira here. And for that, we must buy fuel at 1,000. Other things that the US people are enjoying, they won't mention it. They will not.
So do you know that by someone's minimum wage in US, if you buy fuel and fill your tank, it's a very minute percentage of your salary.
You won't even bother.
You're not even going to bother
you
about
won't bother. So if those places are not good, why are they going there? Why are they going there? Even they themselves, is that not their traditional weekend resort? So all this comparison by the deputy governor, I don't know where it is coming from. Just because they want to prove to us that they are doing so well. Meanwhile, Lagos is the fourth hellish place to live in on earth. Lagos. He didn't talk about that too. He did not. He did not bring that example. You can imagine. So these are how leaders have pigeonholed all of us to fall into their narrative. They will choose those things that they will know that will suit their own selfish interests and leave the rest. And when you raise it, they say, you don't like them. You always criticizing government. For God's sake, if you are doing what is right, you don't need all these examples. You don't. It will fall in place naturally. You don't need all these examples to prove that. Look, if we are not patriotic, precious, Nigeria will not be Nigeria today. Because what we have gone through as a nation, only few nations will endure it. Gaddafi, the per capita income in Libya before Gaddafi died was higher than that of US.
I agree.
He was providing everything. Libyans were enjoying. But just one small thing, one grocery seller who felt that things are not working well, he set himself ablaze and that was it. You can imagine. They will not look at all those they will not. They will just select something. And gullible Nigerians will say, yes, it's true now, it's true. The way they be saying it, you will not look like a fool if you want to challenge them. So they have been gotten away with it. That's why they keep repeating it. All the good things other people are enjoying, they won't talk about it. It is, we are not patriotic. Well, we are more than patriotic. Oh. Precious, quote me, Nigerians are more than, because we have taken more than enough. Look at 8 years of Buhari. What happened here? Did anybody, do you even protest for one day? The answers was all about the police and brutality, not because of Buhari. But look at what Nigerians went through. And they said, we tightened, thinking that El Dorado is coming. Has it not left office now? Then we have entered into another page. And they're still telling us, I don't know how else to define patriotism. I don't know how else. Let them try this with any other Western world and see what will happen.
All right, thank you. Promise, let's move to our next conversation, please.
So a chieftain of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Buba Galadima, has called on President Bola Tinubu to sack the national chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission of Nigeria. That is Mahmood Yakubu. Galadima said Yakubu allegedly conspired with some politicians to subvert the will of Nigerians during the last presidential election. He was speaking with channels on Tuesday. Galadima said what Yakubu did was more than what the former governor of Central Bank, Godwin Emefiele, did before he was sacked. He stressed that INEC boss committed more crimes than Emefiele. This is according to what Galadima said. So,
all right, we would like to take your reaction on that. Very quickly, Mr. Darlington, very quickly before we
Galadima has been speaking. Even when he was in APC.
Oh, yes.
He has been talking. And he was a very good friend of Buhari.
And Mr. Darlington, he said further that in his voice now, he colluded, that's Mahmoud colluded with some people to subvert the will of the Nigerian people. Do you think that's true?
Any child the father sent to go and steal in a neighbor's house, he goes there with boldness because the father is behind him. Mahmoud wouldn't have done what he did if there was no backup. He was so sure of it. That was why he did it with so much impunity and arrogance. Even Festus Okoye is telling us that Nigerians are praising them for what they did. Meanwhile, the EU reports, they don't want to remember that. At least those ones are neutral. You mean those white men that came here, they came here to support the APC, I mean the PDP or Labour Party. They were neutral. When something is obvious, do you need to deny it? Do you need to continue? You'll be embarrassing yourself. If you gather 10 Nigerians now, even people, illiterate market women, if you gather 10 of them now, 8 to 9 of them will tell you that the problem we are having in this election today is the INEC chairman. Everybody got to know. Everybody got to know because the thing became so obvious.
All right.
So there is nothing. The people that okay, look at it. You have arrested Emefiele. You have arrested Bawa. But the man who put us into all this quagmire today, at least if he had done a free and fair election, Precious, I'm telling you the truth. If every other candidate lost honorably, why would anybody go to court and be talking about it? But we are talking of deepening democracy. We are talking of doing the right thing so that we can be respected in the world. That is the way these things are. They came here, they show us finish. So when our leaders go out there, they will say, look at them, look at. You know, you will not have any respect. That is the import of what these people have done. I don't know how Yakubu or Mahmoud Yakubu will go abroad today. This is a man who would have been celebrated like Jonathan. So what happened when Jonathan left office? The whole world was looking for him.
But a lot of people are still of the opinion that the 2015 election was still a watershed. All right, Lagos, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call us with should you want to chime in on the conversation. It's 0700 903 903 903. The WhatsApp line, if you're watching from the diaspora and on YouTube and you just like to call us on WhatsApp, is 0700 903 9039. But you, everywhere you are, can also send a WhatsApp message to that number, 0700 903 9039. Let's take your thoughts and your reactions very quickly. I have my messages very, very occupied right now. Tony Chikodi says, good evening, beautiful, precious, and promising promise. How are you all doing this evening? Mr. Darlington, we are here to listen to you. Precious, you started though. Again, please allow Mr. Darlington speak. Don't worry. Everybody will be all right. Even Mr. Darlington will be fine. Let's go to our phone lines. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Darlington and Promising Promise.
Yes.
Precious, good evening.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. You see, these are the things that when some of us in the diaspora hears and it goes. Some of us start wondering why our politicians are talking like this. How can somebody, a deputy governor, is comparing Nigeria, saying that we are not patriotic, to another country that is earning even their minimum wage is far better than us? There is a video circulating, and I don't know where that happened. They beat one of the politicians in France. A Senegalese politician in France.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and they are complaining their own hardship. And somebody is opening up because we Nigerians are too quiet. Because nobody's supposed to be paying tax, as Nedu said. Because everything we are doing, the masses are doing it by themselves. We continue to buy generator every time. We continue to dig a borehole, even when there is no water. And somebody is opening up the fan. I'm sure the family is somewhere in the Western world, in Europe, living comfortably, enjoying everything, drinking the perfect juice, 100% juice, and then he's in the studio talking a different thing because they don't see the pain of the people. How much is £1 today? Is $9.95.
Call it 1,000.
Today, £1 I'm sure in the black market is $9.95.
Well, actually, on Friday, it rose to 1,000 something.
Okay, So somebody is saying that we don't have patience. We are not patriotic. Who is talking this? Why would that person come on the studio and they allow him to say such a thing? While Nigerians are suffering day in, day out.
No, he's a deputy governor.
And he's deputy governor. What he earns, maybe he's getting toilet roll allowance because the Senate are getting newspaper allowances.
All right, I appreciate you, Tony. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I leave you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so a few more messages. For Day Sako says Obi would have made some progress if he was president, but the British doesn't want him to be president because Nigeria is their benefit, or the mess in Nigeria is their benefit, and they have debts on Tinubu. How do you know that? Okay,
I don't think so.
So let's take this. It says, please, I will advise you people to caution this your Darlington talking gibberish on our station in order not to put your station in trouble. And then this says, good evening, precious promise, and my able Mr. Darlington. I so much enjoy the Woto Woto Mr. Darlington gives this traditional role as Mrs. Precious. Please bear with Mr. Darlington because he's saying the bitter truth, which makes the program quite educative and enjoyable. And then this says, are you supposed to believe that your guest is? I supposed to believe that your guest is doing as analysis or ethnic representative spokesperson, or another version of Ohanese and Debo, right? And then Alex Solomon says, "Good evening, precious. Is Mr. Darlington in charge of this talk show, or you ladies? He is always critical of President Tinubu and APC, so parochial and extremely partisan." Maybe maybe it's high time you people started scanning for broad-minded commentators talking about politics in Nigeria. That's what you said. And then this says, good evening, good people of the VOP. Please, Chief Darlington, calm down. I can now understand that your hosts are using you to promote their program. Her interjections is to provoke the debate for their own interest. Are you kidding me? And nothing more. A word for the wise. Stephen from Ijegu. Oh wow, it's amazing how creative Nigerians think. We're so creative, honestly.
You don't know where to run to.
It's so nice. It's so nice. And then this says, Darlington, my man of the year. EU observers, civil society, and other bodies stated that this is the worst election with vote buying, agberuti, intimidation, and voter suppression plus violence with INEC and police conspiracy of giving each to the person they want. But INEC is But INEC is in denial of the gospel truth. Now, after the election, where is Yakubu, their Oga? He is hiding. Now, APC will tell you that you should go to court, as if they have their fathers, mothers, and brothers, sisters in court. Now, we are in court. They want us to withdraw it because of their dubious way they entered power. Now, if we can't, the court does not overturn daylight robbery with these watertight cases, that means they have been compromised. Who told you? See, it's not who is right by the law. I'm sorry. It is not who thinks is right that wins the case. It is based on the evidences you show and how firm you are about your case. Mr. Darlington is a lawyer and he knows that, right? Okay, so this is coming from Daya from Fagba, by the way. My phone lines are still buzzing non-stop. Let me just quickly go take a call and get back to you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Madam Precious.
Yes, good evening, sir. Welcome.
My greeting to Sister
You're welcome.
And the Oga Darlington. I greet you, Oga.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, Madam Precious, I told you the other day, say every Nigeria have to die like my name Nemeka. Sorry.
Oh, Nemeka, you're welcome. You're welcome. I didn't get that. Your line is getting muffled up. Hello? Are you there, Ogan Nemeka? Oh, my sis. Apologies, please. Sorry. So sorry. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good morning.
Good. Oh, is it morning or evening now? Welcome.
One name, I'm happy.
Good evening.
Welcome. My name is Tinubu.
Hey, Madam Nena, how are you? It's been a long time.
Fine.
How are you doing?
Thank God I'm happy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got through.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oga Darlington.
Yes, ma'am.
Our man of the year. But he has it. Don't mind them. Nigerians doesn't like truth. Because of money. Bible has said it. The root of all evil is money. You are not selling your people because of money, because we bless you. Oh? Yes. Now, they say, caution him. Do this. Don't mind them. Go to all other stations, 98.3.
I'm telling you.
People will talk.
I am telling you.
And your radio station is not for people to promote you. It's a lie. Don't mind them. That is why they are cheating us. Buhari kept us in this mess since we've been 8 years now. And he said that Nigerians are difficult to rule, to deal with. Can you imagine? After insulting us, after making us to not eat, no money, where is the new money, sir? Where is the new money? Where is the new money? Because in February, I remember when he was down with this central bank edition. He said, if you don't change your money by February, so, forget it. Now, where is the money? So, God has brought you to say the truth, and the truth will set you free. Anything they want to do against themselves and not you, it will turn back to them in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes, they don't like truth.
Madam Nena, it's okay. This is not about Darlington. Please kindly speak to our topic.
Oh, no. Our even session. So please, we are begging them to have mercy on us. There is no food. Things are very expensive in the market. Okra that they are selling 400 naira is now for 200. Then tomato, the same thing. Pepper, nothing. Rice is 600 naira a cup. Everything has gone up. If you see 1 quarter of palm oil, it's 500 naira. By the time you have 3 children, to feed them in Nigeria, 5,000. And our people, no salary, nothing. Some people have been, sent out of work. It's true, because of transportation. And you can't visit people. You can't send money to the elderly ones. Currency of 100 naira, if you see it, you will not even use it for, to just do small things. In short, things are very expensive. We are suffering, and they say we should tighten our belts. We have been tightening belts, and somebody said that we are difficult. We are not difficult. Has it been another place, they will have, gone haywire. Please, let me tell them, make a divorce.
Thank you. May they open waiting.
They should open borders.
Oh. Thank you, Madam Nena. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, good to hear from you, Madam Nena. A few messages, and then we're jumping on our break right now. In fact, we're already due for that break, Lagos. Let's take a quick breather. We'll be right back, Lagos, to stay with you on the conversation. This is the Evening Rush 90.3, Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42, Woodington
Murtala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Lagos, you are welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. That's still where you are, right? So, yes, we'll be looking at quite a couple of stories. We've told you, we've run through all of them. Buba Galadima suggests that INEC chairman should be sacked because he committed more crimes than Emefiele. And we did tell you that Femi Hamzat, who is the deputy governor of Lagos State, says that his Senegalese friend feels Nigerians are among the least patriotic people worldwide. And then Peter Obi says that about Tinubu's convoy, the leaders who preach sacrifice must show example of that sacrifice. Yes, that's about it.
Did you hear what Peter Obi said, that if any commissioner come to visit him in the airport when he's coming back, that commissioner will lose his job that day? That means he has no job. He said it, and I was expecting somebody to say it is a lie, that Peter Obi used to travel with 200 convoy.
All right, so I summoned Ogun spirits against Emefiele naira scarcity that threatened my presidential ambition. This is credited to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And then, of course, Awod Jale says God spoke through Tinubu when he said, Amy Lokon. These are the conversations that we have. So just before we continue, Mr. Darlington, let me quickly play half of a rant that somebody ranted. So someone was ranting today and was, crying out on some frustration that he's going through. And the person said, well, I personally voted for the president and I campaigned against other candidates, but times are really hard. Let's just take a snippet of that conversation.
20 naira. And the deal settled, the subsidy was paid the end of July. We are seeing in June, my people are buying the phone. And you as a new president in the office, you are not saying anything. Are you conniving with these people to frustrate masses? Sir, we all drive away from Peter Obi just because we realize that he's a pretender. So if we are not driving away from Peter Obi just because he's a pretender, and the road we were facing now, we discovered that same person that we believe that is going to for masses, the same people is a pretender to us. Sir, Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't care us in this country, don't care us. Some people are not eating. Some people they cannot walk freely just because they are campaigning for you. They use their life to campaign for you. Sir, you can send us to prison. You can do anything. You can arrest us, but we will never let you rest. If you continue selling food at rate of 520 naira.
That was almost almost sounded like a threat, but then he was crying saying this. The man was previously crying and saying this and sounding very
in Kiss FM.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, we are. Even Sisi Jones used to be there.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Precious, please, I want to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
When we live in really, this has come of the thing that makes governance look like a triviality. Because if you're a leader, the life of your people, 200 million people, are in your hands. Every decision you take will impact every statement you make. That is why we are saying there are things you don't need to say, because it will have an impact. Now that people are saying that I am saying this, if P2B were to tell you that invoke Amadioha against anybody, please, what do you think would have been going on by now? No, if P2B were to say the same thing, that he invoked Amadioha over what they did to him in Lagos here, please, let's go on, Jare.
All right, so let's go back to the phone line. So all right, hello, good evening to you. Welcome. Hello? No, you're not ready to talk to me. Can you turn up the volume of your radio set? Hello?
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
All right, thank you.
I've done that. Good evening. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
My name is Mr.
Your name is what?
Mr. Oscar. I'm calling from Badagry.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Good evening to Mr. Darlington and the Promise of God and yourself.
You're welcome,
thank
sir.
You.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much. You see, I discovered one thing listening to radio and at the same time try to learn some things from radio. Radio is information, dissemination of information to people to listen, and at the same time submit their views and opinion and comments. And at the same time, the people's comments are not reflecting within the people that take position of the power. What I'm saying is that if somebody lost opportunity in Nigeria or in Lagos, he should have a voice to tell government to create opportunity for everybody to engage and also contribute their input. Not by lamenting, complaining, talking. I don't think this is of a useful purpose. To me, that is my candid opinion. I need opportunity. As long as the Asiwaju himself, Barika the Salah to him, because this is their festival. He's a Muslim. So he's welcome to Lagos State. And I also need this radio to also sometimes not too much opposition. At least play side by side. Madam Precious, you are the one I'm talking to. You should play side by side. Sometimes we talk about how the data come up. Sometimes we talk of how government also done wrong. It's a new government. It cannot be wrong as a beginner. Whatever he invoke, if he invoke a day to bring good time. He said, do you know what he said? He said, whatever you do that yield you positive results. Anything you do that yield you positive results, you are good to go in Nigeria. Be a go-getter is not a crime. It's not offense.
All right. May I know your name again, please, sir?
My name is Mr. Oscar. I stay here in Badagry.
All right. So, yes. Mr. Oscar, if you listen to this show in particular every day, you would know that we talk about everything about government. Everything. Every policy about government. Sometimes we're even the first to break those news about government. Be it good, whatever it is. So you cannot begin to teach me my job on a national radio like I wasn't doing it well in the first place. That's what you're doing. You're telling me that sometimes I should talk some good things that government is doing. So are you saying that I just calm down? I'm talking now, please. Are you saying that if there are policies that the government has put in place that is causing pain to the people, I should just avoid it so that I make government look good? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm not even, and I hope you know, just hang in there in a moment. I hope you do know that I'm not the writer of most of all of the stories that I bring. These are stories that are all in national dailies, always on national dailies. My job is to bring the stories from national dailies. Go and talk to the newspapers to stop putting those stories on the dailies, and I'll stop bringing them. You want me to stop talking about them? Tell the papers to stop putting these stories on the dailies.
You listen to me now. I'm listening. That program.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop preaching hatred. Do you know what Darlington is saying? He's preaching hatred in the mind of the people. I love Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If people don't love him, I love him.
Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing Darlington said that is hatred. No. Tell me. Say one thing he said that is hatred.
If you let us right now.
Go now. Talk. I'm talking to you now. Tell me one thing that is hatred. I'm talking to you.
I need a job. Not that lamenting.
Oh, we should beg the president that we need a job and we should stop lamenting.
So
just hold on. So you see the problem? You're very closed-minded, sir.
Please, I beg you.
You're very
close. I beg all of you.
So you don't even want to listen to me, right?
He's my man.
We love him. Me too. I love the president. He's also my man too. He's also my man too. All right, I appreciate you. Since you don't want to listen to me, it's fine. He doesn't want to listen
to him.
And I just mentioned. Tell me one thing Mr. Darlington said that is hate. He's not saying it. He's not saying it. We're very well aware that radio stations are being is a regulated media platform. And that is the reason why it looks like Mr. Darlington and I fall out most times. I try to make sure that I put him on track. You understand? That's why I'm here as a moderator. So what has he said? Because he doesn't favor your person or the person you're supporting. Do you understand?
You should go on a long convoy that attracted people's attention.
All right, so it's okay. Mr. Darlington, let's move on to the next call. Let's move on to the next conversation. Lagos, our phone lines are still open 0700 903 903 903. All right. Hello, good evening to you. Hello.
Hello. Madam Precious, Nemeka, they call back, please.
Nemeka, please give other people a chance to talk now. This is a hot seat. You didn't finish that time.
I never spoke.
Oh, yeah, talk quick. Make it sharp.
I beg you, make them leave you for us. So would I beg them all?
No, it's okay.
Make them just leave you for us.
I haven't committed any crime. I'm doing my job.
I beg.
Thank you. Go ahead. Just go ahead and speak. Just go ahead and speak to the topic we have.
Madam Precious. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
There was a time at Ghana. One MP, he was arresting some journalists. And that journalist is my friend. Then you know what the MP tell him? He tell I say he's expecting him to be giving Ghanaians a BBC kind of journalist. You understand me? Not this kind of bias journalist. You know what guy told him? So he can't give Ghanaians a kind of other kind of leadership. And expecting BBC kind of news analysis. You can't get that.
Exactly.
You get the same other response for him. If you want him to give BBC analysis, he should handle Ghana with BBC kind of leadership.
So just go ahead and speak to our topic, please. Please just go ahead.
They can't come and be insulting us, and people will be shouting on you on the radio station.
Don't be my defender now. I want you to speak to the topic that we have, please, Nemeka.
That actually has said everything for us. Your family has said everything. We are just looking at them. Yeah, if you say you evoke spirit, and the spirit is giving you what you have, that means that mistake you are making, and that spirit they give you, make we continue with the mistake. We don't good luck for that. Thank you for your work, please.
All right, let me run through some of my messages. I have quite a pattern of them.
Do you remember that the NPC told you that the fuel supply they have can last for 3 months?
Mr. Darlington, we're not talking about NPC.
No,
it's in the news.
No, you said it now. The fuel now that they are going to bring. That means there won't be any need for this increase you are hearing.
No. So what's his name? Mele Carey also tried to correct that statement. He did say that the reason why there had to be immediate increment, first of all, he said that the federal government has been owing them over 2 trillion naira that they have been expending on subsidy that they haven't paid them since. And then he made a lot of explanation about that.
You see the corruption going on there? Did he explain it? He did not. He chose the one you want to hear.
So, Mr. Darlington, can I take my messages, please? All right. So, Surplus Link says, tell Oscar that those who have those people that came to see Tinubu, they did not have a job. They wouldn't have left their office. Good morning from Indonesia, beautiful people. P greetings, Mr. Darlington, precious Wanyama. You see, if court didn't see anything right, Nigeria should forget anything about. Right. And this says, I bought a pound 710 naira less than 2 years ago when I was moving to England. Today is 995 naira. I feel so much pain. I feel your pain rather. Paulo Keke says, good evening, guys. Here in Germany, my German friends always joke with me about the election. You said something there, but unfortunately I won't be able to read it, right? I have to proofread your conversation. And this says, tell Oscar that those that misfortune all the time cry always. He might be boy to one of the. I don't understand what he wrote here. Please, apologies. And Udo Lisa Franklin says, Good evening, a good PM, Precious Promise, and my senior, Mr. Darlington. You guys are doing a great job. Well, let me see my take on that Lagos deputy man. He's just okay. All right, I appreciate you. Let me quickly go to my phone lines. You people will not kill me. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome.
Yes, Pre.
Yes, so good evening and welcome.
Yes, I guess it's afternoon. Well, it's not even noon yet. We're still in the morning.
So good morning to you, but it's evening here. So go ahead.
Yeah, this is Prince from California calling.
Prince, you're welcome.
I just want to, like I always say, I just want to thank you guys for, the things you guys do. Mr. Darlington, no matter what, I know so many people want to attack him for saying the truth. Let him keep doing the good work. Governance, it's about the people, and when they do good, yes, they are being praised. When they do bad, also people will criticize them. I don't know why people will call you guys and start talking about being biased. I don't see that biasness. I don't see it. That a president will visit Lagos and you have about 120 something vehicles as a convoy. Come on now. Can people even reason? To show you how governance works. Yesterday, our Governor Newsom, signed the budget in a train. In a train.
Please, was it a private train? I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Like you have private jets. I'm just asking
train.
For the common Nigerian. Your governor in a public train.
Yes.
Why now?
Yes.
He doesn't have private jets.
No, believe it, they don't do that here. I'm telling
sorry.
you, here you see,
that is America.
Here you see mayors, which is equivalent of you can call them your local government chairman.
Yes.
You see them in a grocery store, just like every other person. There's nothing like coming with convoy or police or whatever. I'm telling you.
Precious. These people
I'm telling you. Even governor, you see him driving himself. I don't know what's wrong with Nigeria. They're talking about the cost of governance. They're talking about the cost of governance, and are they gonna tell me that those vehicles that they use, that those people swearing with their own money, it's all government money. It's all for people money going in there. It's not fair. And somebody will call, I love Tinubu. Nobody's saying you should hate Tinubu. Nobody's saying that. I'm just sorry for Nigeria. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. But you guys keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You do have a great day. Thank you. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, all right. I think I lost that call now. Hello, good evening to you. Are you there? Good evening. Hello.
Yeah,
all right.
Unpatriotic.
Don't cut the call. I don't say you did, dear. You will say good evening. I be taking 5 hours to answer.
Breathing.
Like you first of all breathe before you answer us. You're welcome.
Sorry, Precious.
Okay.
Precious, good. Sorry.
Nedu, you'll be all right. Nedu, you'll be all right like this. I don't even see today. I don't have energy. You notice that I don't have energy today. Go ahead, Nedu. Let's hear you.
Please tell your friend Oscar before he should attack VOP. He should go to Twitter and see all our newspapers, all our dailies. They always post everything as their headline, and you can click to read the whole details. All our television stations, they are in the Twitter. They're on Twitter. They always post everything. They should go there and attack people. Not people who bring it from there, from other people's headline.
See me, see my local trouble. I'm not the one who writes the news. I manufacture news.
You see, it's just like what is happening in Nigeria. They will leave importer and follow, and they will leave importer and chasing retailers. and end users when everything is being banned. Let me leave that one.
Go ahead, please. Speak to our topic.
All right, our topic about the convoy. The very first day before yesterday, we talked. I told when you said, "Did I see the welcome day?" I tell you, it's waste of resources. I said it that day. Where in the whole world? See, let me explain to you the dignities that come there. Even the Nuhu Ribadun is there. She is what they call it, our security advisor.
Special security advisor.
And when he's coming, he's going with all his aides, flying with our taxpayers' money. All the dignities, all those working, all the office holders there are going there with our taxpayers' money. All the convoys are not for Tinubu, but a lot is being spent on head of Nigerians. Even the women that are dancing, they are not coming there to dance for free. Somebody rented them. I said it the other day. We should say the truth. The cost of governance should be cut. You cannot be wasting money, wasting money and telling people to buckle up. What kind of leader are you? You see, I'm so blunt. If it's Obi that do the same thing, I supported Obi in this election. If he do the same, I will criticize him.
I will. And he dare not.
If he does the same, I will criticize him more. But in this kind of thing, you have to reshape your mouth so that people don't think you hate the president, maybe because it's not from your state, your tribe also. So we have to be careful. The man that said Nigeria are unpatriotic is because of someone like Oscar, who is supporting evil, who will come on national TV, national radio, supporting evil.
Need to just go ahead and speak your own mind and forget about another person's opinion. He has the right to speak. He has the right to air his opinion. You know that, right?
But I have the right to tell him where he's wrong.
No, you don't have the right to respond. Now talk your own. Talk your own. Leave his own.
No. Because I'm just saying something. Because it's someone like him that our leaders will come on, open their mouth on national TV and say Nigeria are unpatriotic. Why them are the head of unpatriotic?
All right,
because they don't do what they preach. They don't practice it.
I appreciate you, Nido. Thank
you.
They
so say much. A and they go to Z.
All right, thank you.
You understand?
Let me quickly stop
1 minute. 1 minute. Look, I want to see one day, even if it's just someone from the National Assembly, you see him on a public transport, not just for show. A woman in the nation in Netherlands the other day. He saw their prime minister walking to work. This is how we see them here. Mostly they go by train and they have cars they drive on weekends. This is how we see it here.
All right, thank you, Nido.
When can this happen in Nigeria?
Thank you. One day we'll go to that level. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so let me quickly take a few messages because the messages are so much that if I don't take them, I'll be doing them a lot of disservice. Right. Good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. PM, Mr. Darlington. It is Mr. Anonymous. The Christian symbol, which is a cross, has only one face. The coins has two faces, and I don't know how many faces. So do not be surprised if the man consulted Ungu's second day after its celebration. Oh, goodness. Stop this. Okay. Good evening, Precious. Good evening, Precious, Darlington comrade and promise. Patterson says Mr. Darlington continues speaking the truth. Some people who do not want the truth should come rain, come shine. We must prevail. Right? And he says, good evening, PMP. Leave Mr. Darlington alone. Let him talk. Nigeria is under bondage and you people are shutting him up. Are you serious? And Egege from Agege says, having taken a pensive look at Nigerian politics, I discovered that the political lords present and past, are irrational thinking And all right, I don't get you. Are the ones holding the progress of Nigeria to ransom? Okay, you're talking about the traditional rulers and all that. Abi, what did you say? Say militants. I don't quite get you. He said it's time that the sets of people who would publicly support injustice involving that concluded presidential election becomes of their personal interest. Well, and then Michael from Bagada says, "Good evening, precious from Mason Darlington. Please, you people should not mind Mr. Obafemi Hanzard. It's been right to say all these things. It's because he's giving in the state house, or he's living in the state house where he's catered for, and everything is being provided for him. That's why he's talking the way he's talking. He's comparing Senegal with Nigeria. Precious, do you know that Nigeria is the best country in the world? We just have bad leaders. I have a friend in Senegal who's planning to come back to Nigeria because he cannot no longer survive anymore there. And someday somebody is saying Nigerians are not patriotic. That's what you said, right? Okay. And then hello, my name is Reowan, aka Olojawan, from Festac Town. The truth is that most people will not see the good in Tinubu's governance. Baba has started doing well. Let's just support him, and he should please tackle the cost of food and housing as he has stated. He has started tackling electricity and other sectors. That's what you said, right? And I should also deal with food and housing. Leo Taiwo from Ojo Alaba says, "Good evening, guys in the studio. The so-called Mr. Stephen from Ijegun is a pauper and who swallows the bad pills of the ruling party by causing aspersions or casting aspersions on they call you indefatigable. See that grammar? Okay, Mr. Darlington. We do enjoy his analysis. He's on the truth. The cheating and humiliation will come to stop this time around. When the Presidential Tribunal will pass out his good judgment, we need to change, or we need to change. How did we get here? Who did this to us? The masses are suffering. The country is in a state of decadence paralysis. Nigerians are docile. These can't happen in other African countries." That's what Leo said. Leo Taiwo, that's your name, right? And then Alex from Apapa says, "Good evening, precious. Hey, the man is too much. The way he analyzes things is super and excellent. More grace upon him. I love this man. Please, I hope he will not join APC tomorrow for national kick." Oh God, you people are just too funny in this place. Wallah, you people will not kill me. And then he says, "Good evening, ma. My greetings to Darlington. Today is very interesting and educative. Mr. Darlington in the studio. My name is Olawumi from Ikoton. Anyone caught in the act of raping should..." That was last week's edition. Oh, sorry. They say, "Good evening, Mr. Darlington." Mr. Darlington, we cannot have that argument again. I don't like to argue with you. Good evening, precious. Please don't mind the man that says Mr. Darlington is preaching hatred. I wish we all could speak up like him. James from First Accent in that message. And then this says, all right. And then this says, "Precious, how are you there? Greetings to Mr. Darlington and Promise." Precious, imagine the guy ranting like, "Ew, he set out," but he isn't. That kind of guy is a sycophant we have in Nigeria. Even a blind man knows the kind of quagmire and imbroglio the government has put us into since 2015 till now. Peter Obi has said it all. I repeat, Buhari, Mahmoud Yakubu, Malik, Kulu, Kiari, Asari Dokubo, you mentioned them, all of them. DSS, they should be in DSS custody, like Godwin Emefiele. Gosh, Emperor sent in that. And then this then says, "Precious, you need to understand that some political parties who have vowed to keep campaigning through radio and online have infiltrated the space, even when elections have been long over, just to make illegality legal. They think trying to shut Darlington up by threatening your station would deter patriotic Nigerians. Please let them know that we know how they use propaganda and how black is always white in their voices, in their views. We will keep offering them a bitter leaf truth, and they must swallow it." That's what you said. The messages are so much. Lagos, let's quickly jump on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue briefly. I just run through your messages and then we go to the Davido's issue right after this break. Lagos, stay with us. This is still the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People FM.
VOPTV.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, First Town, 28 at Denira Ogusanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations.
Lagos, you are welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM and still the Evening Rush. So I have backlog of messages, so much of them, so many of them, so many, and the calls are still coming in their numbers, but we'll try to rush through them within the next 15 minutes so we can quickly go straight to our step down segment. Hello, good evening to you. You're welcome.
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Valentine, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
You are doing so well. You are doing so well. God will bless you.
Amen.
Because person they beat all the time, cry all the time. They are beating us. We are crying. So we should not cry.
Oh, can you just go straight ahead, speak to the topic? Forget about what has happened. Please, I beg you. You hear?
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. What I want to say is that the money they are getting from us, they are wasting it on themselves. Money my name is Ben. I'm calling from Eva.
Go ahead, Ben.
The money they are getting from us, all the taxes, all the revenues, all the things they put on us, they are just wasting it. I don't know if you have talked about the appointment of Abbas, the speaker. 33 personal assistants he appointed for himself, 33. And that is how they are wasting money. And look at all the people that stood under Buhari. One of the only MFL and the EFCC chairman. Look at the NNPC. Look at MPA. Look at Internal Revenue Man. All of them. Look at Malami. They are still sitting on billions of dollars they stole. And they are still imposing all this thing on us. Life is too difficult. And before we get to 700 naira, how will people cope with it? People cannot cope with 488 naira. And what of when we get to 1,000 naira? What will people do? These buses now, we are entering. The people that are driving, the owners of the bus, attacking their buses because after filling the tank, they cannot make the money. And they still pay Abu about 10,000, 12,000 every day. In this Lagos, by force, you must pay it by force. And average the Banacom will spend about 10,000, 12,000 to settle Abu every day. The thing is too bad. And they say we should not talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right.
Good evening, Precious.
Yes, very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Ogade Linton. Good evening, sir.
What's your name, sir?
Okay. This is Ugo.
All right. Ugo, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from England. I want to be very brief with what I want to say. Nigerians, we always talk about tax. But to all these things that we are talking about, we didn't mean well as a country while talking about tax. I was at work yesterday, and an envelope came to my box, and my wife called me and said there was a tax letter from tax office. And when I came home, I opened the letter, and the government wrote me that I overpaid tax by 1,000 something, which is above 1 million Nigerian naira. That they will refund me the tax because I overpaid. They listed the company, the place I've worked. There's 3 companies where I have worked within the interval of that 1 year, which ended in April. And they say this is the amount of the money you make in each and every company, and this is the amount you paid in tax. We realize that you have overpaid tax by 1,000 something. Now, they give me the link to click in so that the money will go back to my bank account. Or X, if I did not claim that tax within 21 days, they are going to issue me check that will come to the same box. Which means whether I want it or not, the government is ready to refund me. Yes, that is a country. Now, when I was in Nigeria, I sold ink, printing HP ink to one of my customers from Cotonou. Then he took the ink to the office, and the ink did not work. The next day, the governor of the state where he is summoned him to come to the office. When he came to the office, the governor said that this ink you bought, we are not sure it's original. He spoke to him. After speaking to him, he asked him where is he residing and where he's doing. He said everything. The governor said, you are next door neighbor to me.
Hey.
Are you know what I'm saying? He's next door neighbor to the governor of Cotonou here. Today, we asked Ghana to leave Nigeria. Ghana must go. Everybody is aware of that. Today, for a Nigerian to purchase 1 year stay in Ghana, you have to pay up to 500,000 and above. I'm telling you because I have a brother, I have a cousin brother, direct cousin brother in Ghana. He said for you to obtain 1 year stay permit in Ghana today, you will pay up to 500,000 and above. The same Ghana we asked to leave the country a few years back. And somebody is telling us that we should be clapping for the government, that there are something good that they are doing. What is good about their goodies? It's unfortunate. And how they have the present president said he needed 20 advisors, isn't it? And they want everybody that called, every Nigerian that called their phone line to give them advice on how to govern the country. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. These people are senseless. They are senseless and headless.
No. You don't say that. You don't say that, please.
Okay, I withdraw that statement. But this is not meant to be said in any part of the world. It's disgusting in the other side of the air.
I appreciate you. Thank you for calling. And thank you for withdrawing your words too. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, I withdraw my word, but it's quite unfortunate.
All right, thank you.
Hello,
good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Yes, my name is Frank, but I'm calling from Ejibo.
Frank, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yes, my own concern is it's just about a couple of days to 1 month. This government took over, the Tinubu government. Insecurity has risen beyond expectation. I thought the day this man enters the saddle, that insecurity will die, that it will die with the outgoing president. But it's not going down. With the visit of Rafael Dakobo at the State House, and from there he was breaking down a whole Igbo nation right inside that Sorok with the Nigeria coat of arms behind him. He said he was going to deal with Igbo people. He was going to kill them. He was going to brandishing AK-47.
No, he didn't say that. He did not say that in Nasarok. It wasn't Nasarok. He said that. He said that in his house. But it's okay. I appreciate it. But unfortunately, you're not even speaking to the topics that we have. I was expecting you to speak to any of our topics of conversation.
But it concerns me.
It concerns us, but it's not in our conversation today. It's good that we stay guided or guarded too. I mean, let's adhere to the.
You think that happened in the Imo State concerning me? It is done there. Just Africa. Do you know that 50 people were killed? Over 170 houses burnt. Do you know that what it means for an Igbo man to do a mansion in his village and
I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I'll try to dig further into that, and you know that I will always bring that kind of conversation here once I see it. Do you understand? So I appreciate you.
I want you to discuss it yourself there, because
I will dig it out and I'll discuss it.
They are now telling people this same aside the Convoy group.
It's okay. I appreciate you. So I have to let you go now. Thank you very much. I have so many messages to pay attention to. So let's do that very, 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 very quickly. My name is AA. Peter Obi supporters failed to understand that their rights stop where others' rights. I think you've sent this message before, because this is not the first time I'm saying it. He said the entire Northwest and Northeast and the North Central, even the South was what? Even the South West, apart from Lagos, how many votes did Peter Obi get in all those places? Now, this election is one of the best election conducted in Nigeria. Tinubu is a leader of great leaders, a man of the people, the same people that complain nobody came out to welcome him. You guys will still say they are not happy with him. So you people are not serious. You need to be serious. Evening VOP. The president said was that they invoked the spirit of Ogun state, not Ogun as a deity. Oh, the spirit of Ogun state, all right? The president is referring to Ogun state. You can go and hear his conversation again. It was a show. And he said on the president's convoy, most of the cars are not the president's own, right? President's own. Some are governors, ministers, Lagos legislative are all in the convoy. Though I did not buy the idea too. Or last sent in that message.
So sorry to cut you short there. So one of the aides, I think, to the president on Twitter came out to clear the air, and he said that look, the 120-something cars are not all of that are not of the president, but about 60-something of them are the president.
So is it fair that about 40 of them,
about 69, almost 70 of
okay? So is it fair that
we're part of the president?
Okay, convoy. So if 70 are part of, if 70 were not part of the president's convoy, is it now fair that we have about 50 cars?
Well, they are saying
as
at
a convoy.
It's not like the way people are saying it. It's not as much as they are saying it. It's not a total of the 120-something cars that are all of the president's convoy.
All right, so I take more messages. Good evening, Double P and Mr. Darlington. The only thing I'm waiting for now is a step down. Nigeria matter don't tire me. Chris from Ikeja. Chris, me too, they wait for that step down, because me self don't. I don't even get strength today. And then this says, Mr. Darlington, please continue to do the analysis you always do. Everybody will not like you. I didn't think you are biased. That VOP will continue bringing you to the studio to come and do analysis. It is well. Thanks. Ian Naya, all the way from Ikeja, sent in that message. Right? He said, all right. Thank you so much. And then evening pressures and promise. Well, Mr. Darlington is entitled to his opinion. I've been following this program for some time. People's opinion are welcome, but it has to be constructive, not destructive. And lampoon. Look on convoy issue. Not be today. Such is happening in Nigeria. Should we remind some Lagos once in federal government? I witnessed a lot of convoy with former heads of state. That time nobody complained. That's what you said, right?
Somebody must stop it now. That's what we are saying. Somebody must stop it. Can't we join the rest of the world? You hear people in diaspora calling and telling you how things are done there, for God's sake. When are we going to join the human race? Because it has been happening for so long. Therefore, it must continue in 21st century.
So, Mr. Darlington, what race are we here?
No, wow.
Okay.
What race are we
here? We must join the human race.
So, you didn't hear what your people are talking from abroad? That a governor went to grocery store to go and buy his groceries.
I heard that quite already.
Oh, can it happen here? No, those people, they are not human beings. Yeah, they are borrowing you money. You are depending on them to live.
Oh, that the governors actually signed the paper.
Every side a train.
In a train.
This is what they do ceremony here. Look, people should stop annoying me. This thing, it pinches me. I don't like hearing this type of thing. They want all of us to remain in darkness.
All right, okay, Mr. Darlington, let me go back to my messages, right? So, may God continue to bless all of you, always saying and standing by the truth. Discriminations and tribalism of my fellow Yorubas cannot help Nigeria. Who has criticized Nigeria bad government like Fela? He said, who has criticized Nigerian bad government like Fela? And Fela is a Yoruba man. That's what you said, right? Oh dear, I think I lost that message. You did say that. Okay. Yeah, like fella, when something is going wrong, every Nigerian has the right to speak up, as Darlington has done. Babeji sent in that message from Oshodi. And Comrade Godfrey from Surulere says, it beats my imagination that some people, for reasons I can't explain, are always hoping that this government APC has something to offer them. A party that would, as usual, tell you that they are doing well in the face of glaring failure. It is so, is it to say the least, the most painful experience that one should have. For the presidency to say that they have performed wonders in 30 days of unleashing excruciating suffering and pains in Nigerians, it's unfortunate. That's what Comrade Godfrey said. The definition of let the poor breathe will start by next week. 700 per litre loading. Felix from NNPC sent in that. Felix, all right. Mr. Darlington is not a political analyst because everybody know waiting he go talk already. They say people are already reading your mind, Mr. Darlington. Good afternoon, WP and Darlington. Please, Precious, can you explain the meaning of da 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 you always saying on people's message? Tony from Chicago. Tony, it is me like this. You look at that, you want to set me up. So, Mr. Tony, da 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 is da 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 da.
And the Kuremadu came up. They will not listen to my own analysis here. Did I support Oji Carlo or Ekuremadu?
You never supported any of them.
They won't hear that too. They will never hear that. You see people, that is why God said that if he had known that the heart of man is wicked, he wouldn't have created man. Seriously. So if man disappointed God, who am I? Let them continue to say what they... The only thing is that all of us are suffering it too. They're even crying more. I listen to other stations. I can mention the name of the station. Go and listen to SMA. You will see lamentations. They speak Yoruba there throughout. I'm telling you, I contribute there. I am mentioning them now. Let them go and look at that. You will see lamentation. One was almost crying. And it's from here. Yet when we say, what is it that we have said wrong, for God's sake? What is that thing?
All right,
so when we say something that's wrong, we should not say it.
Honorable is okay. Off the mic. Honorable off the mic. All right. Okay, so Omar from Alimosho says, I appreciate what you're doing in your station. God bless you, Miss Precious. The leaders we have are nothing good. Okay, what we have are not people.
What's going on?
This is who we don't kill. When they will tell them in this one that puts in message, it's me they want to set up. Okay? Oh gosh. Ngwano. Amo. Thank you. He said, my prayer is that God will have mercy and restore the glory of Nigeria and put an end to the suffering in Jesus in Nigeria. Amen. That is the only message I see here. Thank you very much.
And the rest are da. All of
if I saw them became
Are you not the one that presented it to me?
I could not read. Okay, listen, since I know Darlington on several platforms, he has always been on the side of objectivity, and I believe nothing will contaminate him. Precious, please be courageous to toe the line of freedom of speech. Nothing will happen to you. Unfortunately, this job, in this particular job like this, I just present the news to you people, analyze it on different angles. You pick your side. I don't have a side. You choose your side, right? You understand, right? That's the job I do. I said, because Lai Mohammed gagging and muscling of the media has gone with him forever. That's what you're saying. And then NBC born under Tinubu will be more decent than the former. About the countless convoy, there is nothing bad about it, since it is not in favor of the masses. Tony Anili from that. And then 100% for, all right, okay. And then this says, no. It's not me you'll be giving this assignment, Dayo from Fagba. Good evening, Mrs. Precious. I greet you, Mr. Darlington. I will not say anything about Nigeria's problem because as long as the APC is concerned, APC will continue making headlines. Please tell me something better. Precious, give me the step down conversation. I beg. Prince from Ilasa. Very soon, Snake will wear cap. Snake they wear cap. Where you see the cap where they wear snake. All right, Lagos, let's move to a step down conversation. So you know Davido, right? David Adeleke, right? So we've all, if you've been in social media, you would have heard all that is happening. But for the benefit of those who's not been in social media, I can't be playing all of those recordings for you. There was a time there was a scoop, I think about a few weeks ago, there was a scoop that Davido has impregnated yet another woman.
It's
while
by a certain blogger.
A certain blogger that Davido has impregnated yet another woman while Chioma, his wife, and him are grieving over the death of their son, Ifeanyi Adeleke. And then while that happened, then the lady came and debunked the news that her account was hacked. And then later on now, she surfaced, happened to be a black American. What is that her name again? Anita Brown, yes. And then went on to say that, you know, she's pregnant for Davido and that Davido is trying to play her and all that. And, you know, she now showed evidence and screenshots of her conversation with Davido. In fact, she even conducted a urine pregnancy test live on Instagram Live. That was that serious, right? And then just before we even saw, in fact, she kept on bringing proof back to back and lambasting Davido back to back and all that. Just before we could say Jack Robinson, another lady, from France, you know, came up too that, oh, I thought I was the only one that he impregnated. In fact, that Anita Brown was even saying that Davido was not even in Ibadan with Chioma when the baby died, or when he finally died. That as a matter of fact, he was somewhere else. That they just, you know, put that up in the media for cover up that he was in Ibadan. That he wasn't even with Chioma when the baby died, you know, and all of that. And then this then happens now. Another lady comes up to say again she's also pregnant for Davido. You would also recall that earlier this
she actually alleged that he tried to pay her some money.
Yeah, he tried to pay her some money to keep calm, to keep quiet, right? You'd also recall that earlier this year, or in fact a few days ago, was when he now owned up to the fact that he has another son by a lady in UK.
And that rumor has been going.
And that rumor had been making rounds for a long time,
like 2 years now,
and he's
right?
been denying it that is not true. And now, so we're looking. See, we know that we're not perfect. We're all human. We have our lapses and mistakes, but a lot of people have come to speak about this. Paul of P Square has spoken. Everyone has spoken. But I want us to look at it from the male child parenting perspective. Now, what do we think? Because I remember the last time someone spoke, tried to criticize him about his attitude and compared him to Wizkid, that he complains too much and that Wizkid does not complain. He said Wizkid has a mother. Wizkid's mother is alive. His is not alive. So do we think that there's some sort of lacuna or some sort of, vacuum in the life of people who go about with such attitude? Because the situation is a total mess, I dare say. Because I don't understand how you get to this particular Anita Brown lady happened to even be a porn star to make it worse. How do you have a sexual and unprotected intimacy with someone you know that is
like an
intimacy seller or an intimacy hooker? I don't know how to explain it.
And you didn't care about the STDs and the diseases.
Exactly. So I don't understand what happens with all of these our celebrities having baby mamas and baby daddies everywhere. Is it that they throw caution to them? Is it that there's something with the celebrity status and having to explore and sleeping with different people? And then what happens to the mindset of, oh, I need to protect myself? And what would become of their wives at home? Because if you're sleeping with all of these ladies and impregnating them, for sure, you're bringing some things back home to the person whom you've kept at home. So we're looking at it from that angle. Do you think it's a parental issue? Or do you think it's just a normal, he's been an African man? I mean, they said that men are insatiable. So that's the way it is.
I think, first of all, African parents do not pay much attention the way they pay to their female child. They're all about, concentrating on the female kids. Oh, you have good character, because you're going to a man's house tomorrow. They do not train the male child the way they train the female child. I think that is where the problem lies.
All right. I probably may want to toe your line, but I'll let Mr. Darlington chime in on this later on after the break. I'll chat. We'll have a break. Sorry, because I know if you start talking now, you're not finished before the break.
Okay.
But I rather would almost want to believe you, because I'm imagining if he had somebody he fears, a parent that he respects so much, he would not act in a way that he would bring embarrassment and distributes to the name of his family. I don't know, but that's my opinion. Let's quickly take a breather, Lagos. We're up for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll begin to take your thoughts and your reactions. By the way, if you have a contribution to make concerning this conversation, kindly drop your thoughts on Twitter. Did I say Twitter? On WhatsApp. We'll do well to take your comments. For those on YouTube, yes, drop your thoughts and reaction on the YouTube section too. We are learning. We are humans. Perhaps one or two people who are listening to this will learn from the suggestions or contribution that you make and be better people tomorrow. Let's take a break, Lagos. We'll be right back. This is Evening Rush 90.3, Voice of the People FM.
Naija, better drink don land o. Now from Gihog Distilleries Companies Limited, Ghana. For better drink, carry this ogbonge drinks wey dem dey call
Mandigo Bitters and Oga Kwata of them all wey be Herb African Bitters, aka Oga Ato.
Hey, this one na one in town drink wey get natural herbs and other better ingredients wey go give you smooth and unique taste. No be there here no.
Mandigo Bitters and Oga Kwata of them all wey be Herb African Bitters, aka Oga Ato.
Carry full power chamber wey go help you bring out your strength for people wey wan go extra mile. Na Sunny Continental West Africa Limited, the market and distributor. For more inquiry, call 0803-551-9028 or 0813-957-1446. Mandigo Bitters and Herb African Bitters. This one, a new one in town drink.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Legacy, welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So before we went on break, we did tell you that on our step down segment this evening, we'll be talking Davido and his plenty of various baby mama dramas. As it is now, you remember that his first baby mama was Sophia Momodu, who's, by the way, Dele Momodu's niece, who did have his first child. And the way that matter started, it almost started with a lot of denial. If not that, Dele Momodu weighed in and all that, and he eventually claimed his child. Then we saw his other people member in the US, and then we had the Chioma issue. Chioma is the only girlfriend that he's publicly, claimed that I am dating this person. Now the list of his girlfriends are Sophia, Amanda, Chioma, Larissa, the Paris girl, Anita, Ivana. Okay, Larissa is the UK lady that has a son for him, and the Anita Brown lady now, and then Ivana is the Paris lady, or the French lady. So we're looking at, what do we think the problem is? Do you think it's maybe a dysfunctional upbringing thing, or more like a vacuuming parenting? Or is it just that it is based on his quest to explore? Or is it that his celebrity life that just, you know how fame enters your head so much and then you forget yourself and you keep exploring? Especially considering that all of this exploration is done without protection. Is it that they don't have recourse to, how their health, they don't get to, try to protect their health in any way? Can we just try to, trace what the problem is?
So some people are saying that cheating comes with, looking at what your parents do. You understand? So they say that some men toe the line their fathers did. Do you understand? So they feel like, oh, my father did this, so I can do this. It is right because my father did it.
Okay,
I don't know, Mr.
Darlington.
Darlington, is that true? I mean, coming from a man's
it is far from the truth.
Okay, so let's hear from you.
In the first place, I take exception to calling out the video alone.
That's what's trending. And we'll talk about trending topics.
Good. No, I said him alone.
Oh.
Because the way you are saying it, look as if he's the only one who has committed.
No, but did you remember when I said there's something about celebrities?
Some celebrities.
So fine. There was one that has 40 children. He even celebrated it 40. You remember the one that the son died in a swimming pool somehow? You had an issue in a hotel where they went for a show. And then police came in, there was rape and all that. And the 100 million naira was said to be paid and all that. How about our own two-faced Baba? You can go on and on.
So, Mr. Darlington, what is it with male children and indiscipline?
I gave you this background for you to realize that the musicians of today are no longer the musicians of yesteryears.
Were the other musicians different?
They are more than different. Look at Sonny Ade, Ebenezer Obey. I have his records. Ebenezer Obey in particular. Look at how decent.
They didn't have children everywhere.
Look at how decent. You don't need to be told.
Fela.
Leave Fela matter now.
No, now he's not a musician of the past.
Fela is a human rights activist. No. He married the 27 wife, but did he have children all over the place?
Okay, you're saying he's a polygamous man already.
So the thing is that it's not
Shina
about
Peters. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of
you
names.
can go ahead, but what I'm saying is that go and look at the musicians of yesteryears, the Bobby Bensons and all that. Fine. I watched one film, Scarface. He said, when you get the money, you get the power. When you get the power, you get the women. Women flow around men of power. That's the truth. If you are blaming Davido, why not ask these ladies? Did he rape you?
None of them claimed rape.
Good. So they surrendered to the Lord.
Nobody said they did not surrender. But we're looking at him from his protection perspective. Does he have to be that reckless?
They should not tempt their Lord, their God.
Mr. Nelson, I can't believe you're saying this. What is tempting?
Hold on. These ladies, why are they flogging around Davido?
Did they say they were?
Did they flog around him?
How did they?
If he did not ask for them, would they come?
No. How
did they force him? Oh, Mr. Darlington, stop that! I beg. You men just get to think so high of yourself.
You have started again.
Women are flogging around him. Is he not the one flogging around them? Without even watching his class.
You go to
the good, bad, and ugly. To the extent you settle for a porn star. Mr. Darlington,
porn star.
You don't even have class. He's not even checking a class.
They are after his money. Is there any other thing?
They must still have to give in. That's the thing.
But they came for him.
Should he not have some decorum?
Hold on. They came for him.
They came for him and he went for them.
So what's wrong with that?
So
he went for them.
Look. The law. The law. Hold on. The law have nothing against consensuous sex.
Nobody said the law has anything. You're saying women came for him. Mr. Darlington, let's address the speech one at a time.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that
moral angle.
Hold on. What is moral in the music industry?
What is not moral?
What is moral there?
What is not moral?
If they stop all this thing that ladies are shaking their bum, their music will not sell. So what is moral there? It's their trade. There's a trade you will go into. You know what to expect. It's as simple as that.
In fact, Mr. Darlington, let me use Anchor phone line.
You not agree, but I'm telling you.
First of all, you're bringing down our association of women. They are the ones settling for that. They're the ones pushing him.
Women flag around men of power. You are even talking the video. Your people.
He does not consent.
Your people.
Your people. Ask them out.
Your people in Abuja, uncle. He is even a young man. He's even a young man. He's even a young man.
Hello, good evening to you,
Mr. Darlington.
But and she confessed that he's an adeleke. They will take the son. So the guy did not deny what he did now.
Nobody said he denied it. So Mr. Darlington, I don't understand. Did you hear how I said and the angle I'm taking this story? Nobody said he's denying it. We're talking about it. Even the Bible says, should we continue in sin that grace may abound?
What is sin here?
What is not sin?
What is sin?
You are married. There are two women now pregnant for him while he is married. And why he just lost his son that he should be grieving.
Who told you?
You're saying it's a good thing?
Who told you?
Oh, Mr. Darlington, me and you. I'm not doing a game with you.
Fine, no problem. I will look for another. No problem.
Look for another. I'm not doing again. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Now talk.
Oh, what's going on? My here has gone off. Hello, good evening.
No talk. Precious.
Sir.
If you say the women don't throw themselves at him, I will tell you are lying.
Abi?
Oh, just give me a break.
It's like pouring.
Nedu, just give me.
Pouring fuel on fire. Won't you catch?
Hello? Mr. Darlington, please let me off your mic. Just start with me, Nedu. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Nedu.
What is wrong now?
We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, it looks like Nedu cannot hear us. So sorry about that. You can try to call us back, Nedu. So
the thing is that let the women comport themselves and let us hear rape.
Hey!
Let us hear rape.
Nedu! I said Nedu. Mr. Darlington.
Let them comport them. Let me hear rape.
Why are you bringing in rape now?
Let me hear rape.
You're desiring that he rapes.
No, let me hear. No, hold on. Let me hear that they are rape. But as long as they are the one flogging around because of fame, you can't blame the guy.
The flogging that they flog around him raises his erection so that he cannot control himself. Are you saying that one who is deliberately indisciplined is caused by someone else?
The thing is that he did not deny.
No, Mr. Darlington, you're blaming his ineptitude on someone else.
No, he did not deny any of this thing.
He's reckless, and you're blaming it on the women.
Hold on.
Is that what you're saying?
He did not deny any of these things. So he didn't put the girls in harm's way. They are bearing children for him, and he did not deny any of them. So what's the problem there?
One second. So if you had 20 children, right? Even within your marriage, you had 5 extra, and your wife queries it, and she's grieving, and she's crying and worried. You tell her that it's the women who come after you. That's why. Did I rape them? As long as it's not rape, I can have them. Why would she not be grieving?
Is she complaining?
Are you serious?
There is enough to go around, though. That's how God created them.
Let me go to my phone lines. I cannot hear this alone. Hello, good evening to you. I'll stop being angry. I'm laughing now. Hello, good evening, sir.
Hallelujah.
I'm hearing you, Jerry.
Sir?
Go ahead.
Please help us go ahead. Go ahead. We have limited time. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Oh my God, I don't know what's happening to the line. We
Hello?
can hear you, sir. Very well. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, I greet you, Precious and Promise.
We greet you too. So just go ahead, straight to your contribution. Whether you hear us or not, we can hear you.
Okay, and I greet my darling Darlington.
Hey, my brother, well done, sir.
The man of the year.
Yes.
Somebody said that Nigeria is very difficult to rule. Nigeria is a simple country to rule.
No, sir. We're on a step down segment. We're talking about Davido. No, sir. Please, sir.
Did you hear the step down?
I've been calling. I didn't know where you are.
Sorry. That boat have saved things. It has taken off. It has even landed.
But you had to step down.
Anyway, maybe I'll call next time.
Okay.
I promise.
Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I cut you off. I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. My sincere apologies, please, sir. All right. Hello. Good evening to you, Nedu. Would that be Nedu? Hello. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Can you hear us?
Okay, I can hear you now. Good evening.
So whether you hear us or not, just go ahead and talk. We can hear you.
Nice.
So go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm talking about the video.
Go ahead, please.
Like Precious said that they don't. That when you say that the girls throw themselves to him, it's a lie. It's a lie. Let me tell you, I'm into also what they call it, hosting artists in Europe. When an artist is coming, girls are lining up.
Yes.
They want to give him a show free.
Oh yes.
Let me don't mention the name.
Yes.
They want to give. Hence, it's an artist.
Yes.
Girls are lining up. They want to give him a show free. They don't want anything. They just want to say, I have slept with this artist.
Exactly.
I'm saying it. Every people abroad know what I'm talking. I don't know about Nigeria.
It is their business.
Girls are lining up. They will follow you, pick the artist at the airport. Everything.
We do not have much time. We don't have much time to let you, go on with the analysis. But I'm asking, if girls are doing all this, is this enough reason for you to be reckless? That's the question we're asking. We're looking at the discipline of the human being.
Reckless. The thing I want to say about the video, he has to be careful. They are just talking about pregnancy. Let no one charge him tomorrow about rape. He has to be careful. Just this pregnancy is something else. Because when you come up about rape, and it's an international somebody, if it's somewhere like America or developed, they would arrest him for investigation. So he has to be careful, very careful.
Thank you.
I believe his teams are not working good with him.
Thank you.
They
Thank you
just
so much.
Work, smoke marijuana, and do other job. They don't care about this guy real welfare.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Unfortunately, I don't know what's happening with our WhatsApp line. A bit of a snag there. I do hope that it gets better. Right? Okay. So let's hope it to get better.
The guy is helping to
Mr. Darlington, it's okay. You've said enough of your mind. It's okay. It's okay. Honorable, off your mic. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome. Yes. So evening. Welcome. Sharp. Talk your mind. Quick. Okay, Ben from Iba, go ahead. Let's hear you.
This one is very important point that doesn't take care. They are not careful about their male side. They are very careful about female ones. That's why when they drop their families, and the one thing we're supposed to know is that if you go to a Yoruba boy, let's say to Yoruba, but it is common. They don't see it as anything. In Yoruba and pregnant 8 children, even in this Lagos, without being a celebrity.
No. I don't think infidelity is.
It's not infidelity.
It's unique to any place.
It's not infidelity.
Go ahead.
It's not a good thing because he has a wife.
Even without having a wife, is it a good thing to have children here and there and there?
It is too bad. It's not good. Right. But I'm telling you that it is good for with them in their tribe. It is not same. They don't see it as anything. Thank you so much.
A politician once told you that as long as the children resemble him with their ears and they have his nose.
Someone is on the line.
Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, it's Tony Chokode.
Tony, go ahead.
You see what you're saying, Those ladies that get pregnant, I'm sure they are grown ups. They know their body condition.
Oh, not again.
Before they go to, No, don't say not again. That's something Mr. Darlington was telling me. You don't agree
you
with
guys
that.
always blame the women.
So the women have to take the blame, Abby.
This is still the problem about upbringing and parenting, especially when it
do something is the women.
Those girls, precious. Those girls knows their body condition. They are not.
Oh, so hold on. So protection of pregnancy protection has to be an exclusive right of the woman. Just hold on now, So planning of pregnancy or the protection has to be exclusive reserve of women. Women have to be the one to avoid pregnancy, and the men cannot do anything. They can go into the world and just pray around.
You see what Nedu said.
we are not talking the issue of protection and contacting disease or anything. That's a different matter. That's a different fight.
That is part of what we're talking about. It's not different, Mr. Chukwudi. No. It is part of what we're talking about. We're looking at the gross indiscipline, the recklessness. That's what we're looking at.
Those girls. No, are you telling me when you get pregnant, Precious, you're telling me that you blame the other person?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Nobody said we're blaming the other person, but it's way too many when one man gets to plant a seed everywhere, in every land.
And it has to be the
And it has to be the person.
It is a sin?
Did I say it's a sin? I am saying
but
that.
It's actually a sin.
What's the reason for the indiscipline?
What are we talking about?
What's the reason for the indiscipline? Because that's indiscipline. He's a married man.
Mr.
Right now with two single ladies on his neck.
Is he married to the Mrs. or Miss Ijeoma?
Yes. He is married now. They are married. You don't know.
They are legally married.
Yeah, then that is not good. But we are talking of pregnanting.
We are talking about marriage. Thank you. Women should know their body condition, and men should also know their body condition. Just so you know, men have their own what do they call that, birth control mechanism too. So if a man understands his system, that every seed he plants can fertilize, can grow easily, he should also go probably for a vasectomy or something, and know that he's up to enjoy his life for the rest of his life.
Promise you're not supporting me on this one.
Why would she support you? Mr. Chukwudi, come and be going. Let me take messages. Bye. All right, so my message box is so full. So where do I even start from? Wait, the messages are so much. Let's see if we can begin to take a few of them. Emma from First Assist Precious, we are still waiting for to hear Mr. Darlington stake on your step down conversation regarding the woman who made her sister sleep with her husband. Okay, so for that story, I promised to give you guys a follow-up, right? So for that story, you guys can go on Facebook and check on what's her name again? Ada Uli. I hear she's a skit maker. She's the one who took that interview. So I don't know now if it is actually a true life story because she presented it to be one, or if it's a skit. So I think you can, go to her page on Facebook and find out that I've done my job. Thank you so much. So I had to slow down when I contacted her, and she was not quick to responding. She's yet to respond. All right. Good evening, PMP. My name is Chukudi. I think Davido's saga should be sound warning to your young ladies out there today whom are interested in ready-made wealth and not character. It is not parental vacuum. It's all about mere hot pants.
Yes. Hey. Somehow spin it around and blame it on the women.
Hey, this one says, but all these women, while he was in pain and grieving and crying over the death of his son, and he needed a shoulder to lean on, instead of all these women to empathize, they were just taking advantage of him and offered quikus. A grieving man doesn't have the mental strength to say no. Are you kidding me? That a grieving man doesn't have the mental strength to say no. Poor Davido, I beg. And he now said, poor Davido, I beg, who stoned me? I don't want to laugh. You guys will not kill me in this place. I'm serious. Yeah, he said, Mr. Dan, he said his weak moment.
Yes, now they ambush him in his vulnerable moment. What do you? I mean, at that moment now, you are looking for a shoulder to cry on.
I am not even angry with Mr. Darlington. I can't be angry. No,
if you like, you say you are not doing again. I will look for another.
Doing what again? Was I doing with you before?
Say you are.
I beg, leave me, Joe. I said you're not coming to this show again. You are doing what? Doing what? You and we. I beg, let me read my messages. I just have 3 minutes to read my messages. And it says, good evening to you all. Celebrities love enjoyment, including Precious and Promise. Are you serious? Enjoyment the sweet owner, like say tomorrow, no day. A few days ago, it was Banky W. The video today. Chris from Ikeja says, Precious, if you really check our celebrities, especially actors, actresses, and musicians, it would shock you that what is going on and how many kids they possibly have with different women, even with the ones they know and the ones they don't even know. And these ones, these are supposedly role models. I'm really disappointed. Who knows how many STDs he has? My dear brother, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And then, good evening, my people. My own is that our hypocrisy is too much in Nigeria. While they have been dragging you, Eduche, that marry second wife for 2 months now, but supporting Davido sharing pregnancy around. Now, wow, Tunde from Ijegu. God bless you. For this particular comment, God will bless you. Let the dragging go around, so right? Like Tony Anele from Ijegu, Mrs. Precious. You see why it's true that one man's meat is another man's poison. I'm personally sick and tired of these word stories like that of yesterday, where a woman would oh yeah, you talked about that yesterday's own, right? Okay. Can you help discontinue your step down series and give us topical social political issues? Why is one's promiscuous life a national issue? Why shouldn't it be? He's a national person because he is a superstar, celebrity. Is it because they have deep pockets and okay? Well, you said a lot. You said a lot. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Chief Darlington, good evening, oh my man. In fact, I love you. Carry go. You love him for where? Come on, carry him. Obina Norum from Ayobo, Lagos says, good evening, precious promise, Mr. Darlington. Davido has become another playboy after Two-Face Idibia. The guy has got too many influence to flaunt around money, women power, and their greatest undoing of a man. These are a man. Any man that exercises self-control over these factors is near a saint. That's what he said. It's David that is trending now. And then he says, please, let's no one blame Davido because those girls know quite well that he's family man. Yeah, they go ahead and open their they're knowing well that it's easy for a man to resist. It's easier for a woman to resist a man than a man to resist a woman because that's the nature of a man. Babiji promotion. Are you serious? Oh wow. Davido is officially the king of baby mamas in Nigeria. He has dethroned the rest. And you mentioned their names and you listed them really. You know them well. All right. They're taking, You say they're taking advantage of you people.
Yes, now that's how God created us.
And this is marriage doesn't cure lust. Boyfriend and girlfriend relationship doesn't cure lust. What cures lust is self-control and discipline. And this is John Bosco from Mayron. That is exactly my point. If my cats get belly, I know who give them. I know who is responsible. Chai. This is too much. And then this says, Pastor Obed from Ejibo says, Davido does not have respect for love, marriage, and death. While the world thought he was mourning, he was busy sleeping with other women. His album is making sales because of pity.
They were consoling him. They were consoling him.
They were Mr. Darlington, in 10 seconds, your final thought. Just 10 seconds.
They were consoling him. You see, the only thing I will advise, especially on the step down, this younger generation of musicians, they should take a cue. I mentioned people like Benizobe.
From the old music.
Yes, I have never had any scandal. Even when the wife is late, the man kept to himself. These are responsible and respected people. Why can't they emulate from them? Because this way too, it may fizzle out if you are not careful. Because by the time they start dragging you up and down, before you know it, you'll be paying alimony in Germany, in France, in the
everywhere.
US. Good. The money will be gone. So you have to be very careful.
Because child support is going around now everywhere.
Exactly.
The other day, Sophia came out to say that because she stopped probably insinuating that because she stopped sleeping with him, he's no longer funding her.
You can imagine. You know. So these girls, they are the gold diggers. They can dig and dig out the gold.
Would you allow me? So it boils down to parenting. Parents need to do better in bringing up their male child. Seriously.
I agree with you. Male children have to be brought up properly, to be disciplined.
Because they pay so much attention to the female children. And
we leave the boys because he's a man's
world. Like he's a man.
Lagos, we come your way again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
God why he wired us
remember
like
that tomorrow we join you at 6:30 p.m. This is the Evening Rush. Do have yourself an amazing evening.
Night.
Tata.